It's the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Welcome to our Thursday edition of the Mike Prince Show here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, coming to you each and every day. The social media handles, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at the Mike Prince Show, the YouTube channel, Open Mic Broadcast Network, our website, obnradio.com, and our 24-hour dial-in message line, 713-570-6736. And without any further delay, we'll jump right into today's episode. Today's episode made possible by attorney Lee Van Richardson, located at 1047 Austin Street in Hempstead, Texas. Give him a call today at 979-826-8008 to help you set up your legal strategies. Attorney Lee Van Richardson, 979-826-8008. Well, the baseball tournament got started on yesterday, and the Braves, Panthers, Tigers, and Golden Lions all facing elimination today. The first game featured Grambling against Alcorn. Alcorn was victorious by the score of 14-4. Texas Southern and Jackson State did battle in what has to be the game of the tournament thus far. It went extra innings, but Texas Southern found themselves in the winner's circle 5-4 after 10 innings of play. Prairie View lost to Alabama State by the score of 11-4. And Arkansas Pine Bluff, Southern Jaguars in the nightcap. Southern victorious by the score of 11-7. So the Panthers will take on Alcorn in the first elimination game, 9 a.m. this morning. Pine Bluff will take on Jackson State for the second elimination game beginning at 12 noon. Other local baseball news, Blinn Buccaneers find themselves losing in the championship game of the NJCAA Region 14 championship game. Buccaneers falling to number 15th ranked Navarro by the score of 14-7. Buccaneers season ends at 32-23. And in softball news, number 16th ranked Blinn Buccaneers, they fell to San Jacinto 4-3 in the Region 14 NJCAA tournament. Their record concludes at 44-15 on the year. Not what the Buccaneers expected, but nonetheless a very successful season. We have a special treat in store for you on today. We're going to pause real quickly. When we return, we'll hear from head soccer coach of Prairie View A&M University, Miss Sonya Curvelo. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network and the Mike Prince Show.
This broadcast has been made possible by the support of the Prairie View Athletic Club. The Prairie View Athletic Club is a proud supporter of Prairie View A&M University athletics. For more information on becoming a member of the Prairie View Athletic Club, send your email to pvathletic.club@gmail.com. That email address again is pvathletic.club@gmail.com. Prairie View Athletic Club, a proud supporter of Prairie View A&M University athletics.
Are you looking for an affordable way to increase your business? Let the Open Mic Broadcast Network lead the way. For a customized, affordable ad campaign, call 832-213-8824.
Hello, PV Nation. It's Kimberly Runnels, your National Alumni Association president, just wanting to invite everyone, alumni and friends, to our 45th annual National Alumni Convention held at the Houston City Place Marriott in Spring, Texas. The date, July 25th through the 27th, 2019. Don't miss it. Fellowship with other alumni. We have a networking seminar occurring, and of course the Athletic Summit returns as well. Soon, registration information will be available. So don't miss 3 fabulous days at the Houston City Place Marriott in Spring, Texas.
We are fortunate to have on the line with us right now head soccer coach for Prairie View A&M University, and that is Coach Sonya Curvelo. How you doing, ma'am, and welcome back to the show.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Yes, ma'am. We're excited to have you here. A lot of people may not have been aware, but you had a spring practice as well. Bring us up to speed about that. I know you're still in your recruiting, but then we'll go a little bit further down the road. So bring everybody up to speed about Panthers soccer.
We're excited to have one academic year under my belt here at Prairie View Women's Soccer, and just finishing up this spring, the last couple of weeks. We done extremely well. I felt like the players grew a lot, and we see a great future for our program and where the girls are heading.
Well, you came in under some unusual circumstances on last year. In fact, I believe it was 2 games prior before the first kickoff, and I know you've had time to get acclimated. But what's the greatest difference other than that timing for you going into this season versus last season?
I think the difference is our program, especially our players, are more well prepared. It's so important for even me as a coach to understand the players, and coming in 3 days before our first game, we did the best we could. And opening up the season last year, we lost the game against McNeese 1-0, but the previous year they've lost more than 4 goals against. So I know the players are excited about this year. I think the players understand the concepts that we're trying to execute on the field. And just learning each other and understanding the new formation, the new coaching philosophy with keeping possession and moving forward with the ball, and looking for opportunities to finish our attacking plays that we look to obviously produce during the matches.
We're speaking right now with head soccer coach Sonya Curvelo of the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. Now, Coach, you just made mention on formation. What formations do you customarily like to run, and why do you like to run those? And do you have alternative approaches when you're setting up your team for strategies?
Yeah, I do prefer to run the 4-3-3, especially when we're in attack. We do have the personnel to be able to execute that formation currently, and then in the coming season as well too. So I know we're going to have different types of personalities coming in that I think will allow us to be more versatile in our formation, and depending always on the situation. During the game, if we end up going against a team that's more defensive minded, then we'll look to press more numbers higher up the field. If we're in a situation where we're down a goal and we have 20 minutes left, and we'll look to make some changes to where we press more higher up the field and put numbers more in the final third of the field. And if we're up a goal, with minutes left, and obviously we'll look to make the adjustments and still be behind the ball. But if we still have an opportunity to finish another goal, we're always going to look for those chances.
So you're just going to be an opportunist throughout the entire course of the season, is what you're telling me?
Yeah, we're always going to take risks when we need to, and and I think that's important as well too. I want my players to always feel confident when they take the field against any opponent, and I think that's important. And I think we're going to have a good balance of the type of players we're going to have. We're going to have more depth this year, which I think is going to be extremely important. I think that's something we lacked last year. I feel like our players are a lot stronger, physically, mentally, tactically, and technically too. So we're definitely taking the field as a team more confident, and I think that's going to be a massive change going into the season.
We're speaking right now with Coach Sonya Curvelo, head soccer coach for Prairie View A&M University. Now, Coach, a lot of people, when they think about soccer, they don't realize it, but it can be a very physical and demanding contact sport. What is your philosophy as you prepare? Are you pro contact, or do you try to finesse your way through, or does it depend on the type of unit that you have?
I think it's important. I work really close with our strength and conditioning staff, and it all comes together. That's why we focused a lot in this spring, so that our players can produce the best on the field at all times. And I think it's important to have recovery when it's needed, and that's where the depth comes in too, so that the level of our play never drops. So it's going to be important that we always stay competitive in everything that we do. So we've spent a lot of time in that strength and conditioning aspect in the spring, which is usually where a lot of focuses are for women's soccer in the spring. But we're going to continue that when the players do report in August. That will be a continued factor as we prepare for each game and just monitor their bodies day in and day out, so that, if a player's playing 90 minutes back-to-back, that we're giving them the rest that they need to recover so they're back again the following weekend. So it's critical. It's critical, especially with the heat too. So we always have to make sure that they're eating properly. Nutrition is big in our sport, and that they're drinking enough water too as well.
Now, it's ironic that you brought that up, because that was on my next to-do list when it comes to nutrition. Do you set diets for your players, or do you trust their judgment with your guidance on what they should and should not be putting into their bodies?
What's great at Prairie View Women's Soccer and what our department has provided is a nutritionist that does come in and educate our players. So, and that's what we look to do, is we educate them to make sure that they understand what they need to be putting in their bodies when they're have a day where they're rested, what they should be eating throughout the day and drinking throughout the day when they're in training mode, and then the day before the game, what they should be eating in the evening and during the game, up until the game, and then after. So it's so important to educate the players what's going to be good for their bodies, so that they can continue to produce at a top level. And obviously I encourage it. I eat well myself too, to set the example for them as well. So and when we're on the road, obviously I have full control of what they do eat, so that makes it easier as well too, so that they can understand what the expectation is too.
Sound like we got another Coach Byron Smith on our board, because he is a strict nutritionist, man, and as a result, a championship was incurred behind that. We're speaking again with Coach Sonya Curvelo, head soccer coach of Prairie View A&M University. The ladies report, I believe it's August the 9th, correct, Coach?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, August 9th, they'll be making preparation for the 22nd to take on Houston Baptist. Now, not going into full disclosure of the schedule, and those that want to go, you can always visit the website, but you have a heavily Southland contested schedule, and I made joke with you the other day. I said I didn't realize if we were in the Southland or the SWAC with the number of Southland teams that we're playing. Is there a method behind the madness of that type of scheduling?
I think it's important where we are. Obviously, location has been a factor too. So, and I think it's a competitive conference that's going to allow us to, continue to grow and challenge us to be at our best too. So, I think at the end of the day, there's some opponents here that we faced last year that I feel are going to be great competitors. The one that we're adding that's a bit different that we didn't play last year in the fall was Sam Houston State. So we did face them in the spring, and we ended up playing extremely well and getting the result that we were looking for performance-wise, and also on the scoreboard too. So looking forward to that new edition.
Okay, well, you have 9 home matches scheduled on the campus of Prairie View. That is a nice tall order. I think the most had been maybe 4 or 5. And so there is a great awareness of trying to, let people know that you're in town, and then just give these student athletes every opportunity of playing in front of the home crowd.
Exactly, and our facilities that we have for our women's soccer program is amazing, and just to have a facility like this, especially in the region too. We've had other universities come in that have enjoyed playing here and really enjoy the environment as well. And I think that is a big difference, that what we have too, and what we have to offer to our opponents that do come into our campus. So we always want to make sure it's an enjoyable atmosphere and an environment too. And I feel like our players get that, and the opposing team that come in always have great things to say too. So it's good.
Well, it's definitely the talk of the conference. Past 3 years, the Panthers have hosted the soccer tournament, and it has been very successful. I've been fortunate enough to be out there to be the PA for the inaugural kickoff of the soccer tournament on the campus of Prairie View, and it is really a great atmosphere. And if you don't have the opportunity, you need to make some time out to come. Most of your matches on Fridays and Sundays. Those Sunday matches are usually at 1 p.m. and those Fridays, with the exception of the 22nd, I think you open up on a Thursday, they're normally between 6:30 and 7 o'clock, correct?
Yes. All our home games that we have on a Friday will be 7 o'clock that Thursday, because for the NCAA they were able to push it a day earlier for a start date, which is great. It allows us an extra day to recover too. So.
Okay, very good. Now, Coach, for someone that is interested in learning more about the soccer program, I know you have a camp coming up. Let's talk about that first, and then we'll get to the next part.
Well, it's definitely an exciting opportunity to have our summer soccer ID camp coming in. It's Sunday, July 21st. We've opened up our first camp was in spring, so this will be our first summer camp, second in program history. So we're excited about the attendance that we did have in the spring, and we're looking forward to, growing the numbers and getting people to get on campus and have an opportunity to work with the soccer coaching staff. Once again, you can go on the website. You go to pvpanthers.universitytickets.com. You'll be able to see the summer soccer ID camp if you want to register. It's right now geared towards the girls' high school ages that are entering grade 9 to 12. So, we're excited about that too. And if they're interested in registering, we do have it where it is available up until July 1 at the cost of $130, and then after July 1 will be $150. That will include the lunch, also include a T-shirt that they also get, 2 training sessions, 2 small-sided games, as well as an opportunity for a panel with the coaching staff and the players as well too that will be here. Part of the camp, which is our current players on our roster. So they get an opportunity to ask us questions too, and I think it's a great opportunity to give the information that they need in regards to the recruiting process, and also what it's like to be a current student athlete, because my players are involved in that process too, and what we're also looking for when we're out there looking at players as well. So it's a great opportunity for us as well as the community to come out and enjoy a day with everyone.
It sounds like a action-packed day. You're going to get all that done in one day on the 21st?
Yeah. We have everything organized, trust me.
Wow.
We've done it in the spring, and it went extremely well. We had great feedback from the campers as well as the parents, and even my players too. They enjoyed it because they've never done it in the past. So I think it's so important to educate our community too, and it's great for our program. I think we need to continue to be involved more, and this is our way of starting that process of building those relationships with people. Okay,
so Sunday, July 21st, what time will it start, Coach?
It starts at 10 o'clock.
Okay, so 10 o'clock, come on the campus and enjoy some soccer training at its finest. It is an exciting sport. I got a couple more questions, Coach. I know we're pressed for time, but I just want I'm all about educating. You just talked about educating the community as a broad. There are a lot of people who know of soccer but are not very versed in soccer. And what I want you to do, if you could, break down the positions that are in soccer, because there are 11 players on the field at each time, and the positions that they are, like when you explain your formation that you like to run, and what's the key assignment of each position.
So 11 players on the field. We'll start with the keeper that plays usually in the defensive, that should be playing in the defensive half inside the 18-yard box. Their role is obviously to protect the goal. They're the only player on the field that is allowed to use their hands inside the 18-yard box, their defensive side. And then you can look up, depending on the formation, if we say a 4-3-3, for example, in our formation, we usually play 4 at the back, 2 center mids, 2 fullbacks. The fullbacks can go very much high up the field. That becomes an attacking player. Then when you look at the central players, the defenders, they usually, very aggressive, try to win the ball off the forwards that try to attack them as well. They're usually the last man back that has to protect the goal as much as possible. And when you're looking at the central midfielders, you're looking at 3, could be 1 defensive mid, 2 attacking players who get involved in the final third. They're usually the attacking players are usually the creative players that set up the forwards to score goals or look to score goals themselves. So usually assist in the goal scorers. They're also cover a lot of ground, so that those central midfielders, they're the ones who are making those runs box to box. So they have to be physically conditioned. And also when it comes to our forwards too, we have usually a center forward. We try to make sure that they are able to hold up the ball and be able to combine play and score goals. The wide players, we always try to make sure that they're get into situations where they can create space and beat defenders 1v1s and look to score and also assist as well too. So, and they also have to be conditioned as well too, because they have to get behind the ball when they lose the ball.
It is a lot going on. If you've never had the opportunity to watch this sport in person, you are missing a very engaging and a very competitive treat if you're that like to see great competition. All right, Coach, now we know it's always important about community support, people coming out. How could one help support Panther soccer program by way of tickets or any other way of support?
They can come into our website and go under tickets, and there's opportunity to have the season tickets package as well. It's only $25, so we are trying to hit a target of 200 season tickets sold by our home opening match, which is September 8th against Nicholls State. Per game, it is $5, but this is a great opportunity to have a postseason pass for $25. Can't beat that,
You cannot beat that at all. Because just on the simple math alone, you have 9 scheduled home games, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And so my last mathematical check, that's $45 if you come at $5 a head. Okay, but if you get a season pass, you can save $20 for only $25. You can't beat that with a stick. You can't beat that with a stick.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's a great opportunity for the community to come out too and to support the program. And we also encourage that even our players too, sometimes not all families can come out. We encourage them to still support and look to purchase a season pass, because it does help our program out as well too, which helps our student athletes, so we can provide other opportunities here at Prairie for them.
Okay, and that goal was 200 season tickets by September the 8th, right, Coach?
That's our goal. So every month I'm going to get an update from our ticketing office, and hopefully we secure that goal by September 8th.
Okay, you be sure and let us know on the progress of that, and we'll keep pushing that goal for you. How about that?
Yes, that'd be great. Thank you.
Coach, you have been a beautiful diamond in the rough for us here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We thoroughly appreciate you making and taking the time out. Customarily on our show, we allow our guests to have some final thoughts and comments, and now the floor is all yours.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited, to reach the community in a different way, and hopefully everybody is is listening. We're excited about the opportunity of opening up. This fall we open up our season play against Nicholls State University on Sunday, September 8th at 1 o'clock. We're hoping the community comes out and enjoys the process. I'm always available after the game, just to talk to you. I'm usually around just to connect with people. And then our SWAC opener is Friday, September 27th at 7 p.m. So that's going to be an exciting match as well, too, as we open conference play. So I'd love to have the community come out and support, and we love to be involved in the community as well and educate everyone about the game. So there could be an opportunity that if you see that you want to reach out to me personally, whether it's community involvement, we're always seeking to reach out and get the girls involved too, the players involved in the community. So my email is Curvelo, Curvelo at pvamu.edu. If there's opportunity that we can help the community out in any way, okay?
Okay. Do you have a Twitter handle?
I do. It's at Coach Curvelo right now. We don't have a program one. We're launching that in the fall.
Okay, so at Coach Curvelo, if they want to get in contact with you by way of Twitter.
Twitter, yes.
Okay, well, you heard it live and live in color, ladies and gentlemen. She is Coach Sonya Curvelo. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. We want to thank you guys so much, as always, for tuning in with us. Don't forget our social media handles for Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter are at The Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our website, obnradio.com, and our 24-hour dial-in message line, 713-570-6736. And until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.